How you going, guys? So I hope you enjoyed my little get the Tinder wet video there. But I think it demonstrated that, you know, you can get this guy wet, you know, and it's still going to work whatever the situation is. You know, canoe overturns, you know, you fall on a river crossing or whatever. If it gets wet, it's still going to perform, it's still going to work, and that's pretty important because it's designed primarily as an emergency piece of equipment. Okay, it's to get you out of a tough spot when you're really struggling to get a fire going. Okay, and anybody who's been out, you know, in the woods and's been there, sitting there with all your fire prep, and you struggled to get a fire going, I'll know what I'm talking about. So that's its role. This is a kind of an emergency fire lighting piece of kit. Okay, it's not to use every time you go out for a stroll in the woods. You know, they come in a little tin like this. The tin itself is useful. You can use it to make charcoal. So the two ways you're going to use this guy, if you're just going to use regular matches, you know, or a lighter, you got a little wick there. So all you're going to do is light it and just set up like a little candle. Okay, and you've got 12 minutes of burn time on one of these guys. Okay, so if you can't get a fire going in 12 minutes with a naked flame, alright, you just don't have any knowledge of firecraft. Okay, anybody with a basic understanding of firecraft is going to be able to use this and get a fire going with it. Okay, this is how you want to use it if you're going to use a fire steel. Just before you use it, bust it open with a knife. You could even use a rock, whatever, bust it, try to like pull its guts out. Okay, and create a little bit of a surface area. Okay, and that's how you want to use it if you're going to use a fire steel. I mean, if I just talk you through the basic design, now it's called Zombie Tinder. Okay, and, you know, it's a little bit of fun, but all in all, the product performs. Okay, you know, I think they call it Zombie Tinder because it's a no-brainer, right? Pretty much, if you can't get a fire going with one of these, then, you know, you got, forget about it, right? There's nothing we can do for you. So I'll talk you through the basic design. So it's impregnated with wax, or rather it's not impregnated, it's coated. Okay, that would be the word to use. So the wax seals the cotton material inside. Okay, and this is treated with oils, so it ignites really well. Okay, and again, like I say, it burns for 12 minutes. And then you've got this red thing, which is a wick. So it's kind of like made to look like an eyeball. Alright, there you go. So, but again, it works, it does the job. The thing I found with it, if you're going to use it this way, is if you hold it in your hand for a couple of minutes, if it's cold, and it just makes the wax a little bit softer and easier to pull apart. That's how I usually do it. And then once you pull that apart, most of you guys will be using ferro rods, I reckon. But I'll do a quick demo, because I mean, it's very easy. So there you go. I mean, it doesn't get much easier than that. Then we've got about 12 minutes of burn time in that, so there's no, you know, massive rush to start your fire. So there you go. It's a nice little product. It's a useful little addition to your kit.